Hi Scorpio, my dear friends. Welcome to weekly reading with me, Cindy. Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. What is this karmic cycle, baby? Tell me, come on, let's figure it out. Let's find out. Let's learn more about it. What's your strength? What's your weakness in this karmic cycle? What is the reward after all of this? We're gonna find that out for you, Scorpio. We're going to find that out. We're going to, and if you're familiar with the channel, this is my new space. I'm still working on it. Yeah, I'm sorry if it's a little echoey. I think the sound is okay, but there will be some addition. I'm on like wheels right now, so I really move. I definitely need like a little mat for under the desk, so I'm not like moving all over the place during the reading. But anyways, welcome to the new space. And I'm just going to show you the cards that we're doing. If you haven't peeked in on any of the other signs this week, we're going to use the Energy Oracle deck to find out what this karmic cycle is about that you're in. You could be kind of at the beginning of this cycle, the middle of it, the end of it, depending on how this resonates. And it's just to kind of help you through it and give you some guidance and some clarity about it. So you're going to do that. I'm going to find out what this cycle is. And then we're going into my puppies. My puppy oracle deck, and they're going to tell us, because puppies never lie, they're going to tell us what your strength and your weakness is in this cycle. So it's something to sort of think about as you're moving forward to try to be your best person. And then I will do a little clarification, like get into the juicy details about this cycle with my tarot. And if you stay to the end, you will find out through the Return of Spirit oracle deck what kind of the, I want to say like the reward. There's usually something that is gained through every lesson and every trial and every chapter and every cycle that we go through in life. So we're going to find out what that is for you, Scorpio, in this karmic cycle. So let's find out. That came out so fast. Oh, fourth chakra, Archangel Raphael. Wow. There you go. There's your cycle. It's all about your heart chakra. What a beautiful cycle to be entering, to be in, even to be completing. This is a very warm energy. This is also a very challenging because Archangel Michael, like if we look at, if you can imagine anything that is a divine energy, it is able to unconditionally love everyone, everything, every situation. It doesn't view anything as bad, good, correct, wrong. It understands that every one of us is on a journey, and whether you connect with a person's journey or not, if you guys see eye to eye, there's still love. There's still, and it's the important thing is not so much that, yeah, I don't want to make this artificial, like, oh, you have to love that person. You have to. It's more that you can continue to walk forward through life, through your day-to-day with an openness to receive. If something didn't work out the way you wanted it to, it's this openness to continue to receive, which is always a challenge, because a lot of times the heart chakra is one of the key points that can get blocked off. If we've been hurt enough times, or we, a lot of times I want to say through misunderstanding, because I think through misunderstanding is where a lot of hurt comes in. I don't think anybody intentionally tries to hurt. Well, I shouldn't say anyone. There are even narcissists. I don't even think they consider you in terms of what they're doing that, oh, that could hurt that person. They're just looking out for themselves wholly and fully. But yeah, it's really about just being on your journey and accepting that and accepting other people's journeys. Wow, this heart chakra is really beautiful. I'm kind of excited to pull the tarot cards for this for you, because it feels like something very big. I also feel like some of you are starting to enter this cycle. We'll see where this goes. It's always interesting to see the comments where people feel like they are in this cycle, what's going on with it for them. Okay, so the puppies are going to come out and tell you what your strength is in this cycle. What is your strength? What is Scorpio's strength in this cycle? Two came out. Oh, wow. Okay, so the first one that came out was, whoops, sorry. There's a lot of reflection. The first one that came out was playfulness. So try to keep that young at heart feeling, right? That's a really good way to describe that, especially if we're dealing with the fourth chakra, with your heart chakra. It's try to keep and maintain that young at heart feeling. And a lot of that is, you know, when you're really young, like I want to say before school age, you kind of like, oh, they don't want to play with that. That's okay. I'm going to go play with it. Like you can be really easygoing. Little children are really easygoing. There's no expectations. There's no expectations and no projecting onto anyone what we hope, what we desire, what we believe. It's just allowing them to be and allowing you to be. And in that, you can maintain your playfulness. So, and that young at heart, I want to say like that young at heart energy, and then determination. This is an interesting one because if you take this in the wrong direction, determination, that can become very ego-based because you can be determined. This is what I need to do and this is where it needs to go and this is how I'm going to spread my joy. And the determination for me here as a strength with your heart chakra. I feel like it's because this is going to be a challenge. I really like this little puppy is looking at me and looking at me in a very sort of sly, like some days are just going to be harder than other days in this cycle, for sure. And I'm getting the message with determination that there'll be points in this cycle where you have either a conflict or a misunderstanding or something didn't jive between you and someone else. And at the time, and even shortly after, it is difficult to move past it, to see beyond it. But I feel this determination is actually coming, and as it should, from your deeper self. This determination is a determination from the deeper self to continue to work on things, even weeks, months past something that might have happened. And you could be doing, I'm just getting like this image that you could be doing anything, just cleaning the bathroom, cleaning the bathroom. And you know, your mind is just kind of free to go and it's wandering. And you almost start playing a situation in your head or something that didn't work out. And that's sort of that determination where it continues. Your deeper self is going to continue to bring stuff to the surface for you to work out to keep this fourth chakra really expanding and growing. So some days will be easier than others. I would say the days that are not easy, where you really feel like someone has really taken advantage, or there was, you know, your language of communication with someone is so different, whether that's through work, if it's love communication, whatever it is, it's just so different, is to those days where it feels hard to try to focus on something else, because the determination of your deeper self will bring that up again at a different time, a different opportunity, when you are not so involved in the situation and you can kind of allow it to come up and see it for what it is. Now, so what's the weakness? I find it's interesting, sometimes the strengths, of course your strength in reverse could be the weakness. As long as this determination, right, comes from your deeper self and isn't coming from your ego, then it will be successful. So what is the weakness in this cycle? What is the weakness in this cycle for Scorpio with their fourth chakra? What is the weakness? It's also a very protective time for you. Like with Archangel, Raphael, it is a very protective energy around you. And it's a good time too to to ask the universe for strength, to pray for strength, to just, you really have to ask. The universe is based on, I'm not very religious, and I'm not a big fan of the word pray because there's so much associated with it, with religion, but which is unfortunate because it is just in terms of you giving permission to the universe, to archangels, spirit guides, whatever you want to call them, energies, to assist you, because we are in a universe, in an existence that's based on free will. So nothing will come through and help you unless you ask it to. And I'm getting the message that in this cycle with the 4th chakra, there's a lot of extra energy, guidance, support around you. All you have to do is ask for it. And you will have days where it will help you in those days that are just harder than others. And it'll give you that strength that you feel like, I can't do it today. You can do it. You can do it, Scorpio. Okay, so as I'm talking, the weakness came out. Interesting. You got friends and direction here. That's a very interesting combination for your weakness in this. Now, it's interesting because what I'm seeing here, what I'm getting here is I get like these little dogs' mouths are open. Like, look at how many of them open. A lot of, you know, gossip is not a good thing to engage in during this cycle because it's going to influence your ego, which empowers your ego instead of your deeper self. You have to be allowing your deeper self to push through these situations, emotions, and work through them. Gossiping, getting, you know, I want to say advice from friends is not the best course of direction for you in this cycle. All the little mouths are open. And to be honest, any sort of, you know, I always say the best sort of support that any friend or anyone could give you is someone that just listens. Someone who listens and knows the right time to say, oh, how do you feel about that? Like just really simple conversation. Conversation with family or friends or anyone if you're in a situation that seems to be up there either digging for information, they want to support a certain side in the conversation is always ego-based. It's not your deeper, not their deeper self helping you. So be careful with that because you're the one that really needs to choose the directions here. And what I'm getting with these two cards combined is all this chitter chatter can influence you. And through that, it may change your direction. It may stop you from pushing through a lesson that can open up your heart chakra more. And if that happens, then you're going to have the lesson again later in life. It's absolutely true. Like, you're going to have it again later in life. So, you know, it's easy. It can be. Depends on where you sort of are on your spiritual journey, right? Where you sort of are on being aware of yourself and your deeper self and how that feels. Like I find as you become more aware of yourself on a deeper level, really connect with yourself, you can feel like this doesn't feel right. I don't feel comfortable with this energy of these people or what that's your signal, right? Like if it doesn't feel good. If it still feels good to engage in like ego-based energy, then you got some stuff to work on. You do, right? Like, because you will find a point where you can even look back. Imagine yourself 20, 25 years ago. If you're that old. I know some people are younger who come to the channel, but okay, half a lifetime ago. Let's just do that. Half a lifetime ago, and think about some of the maybe the people that you would hang out with. You know, some of them you might still hang out with because they have likely continued to grow as you have. But others that maybe have not, that you maybe don't talk to anymore, spend much time with. You think about some of the conversations you used to have, just the things you used to do with those people. And would you even do that today? Like, would you engage in that activity? How would that make you feel? You know, so you can kind of see how you've progressed. And I want to say most of the people that are probably coming to a channel like this probably have progressed. But yeah, so be cautious. because you may still have influences around you that are more ego-based than you are, or that you're being asked to be in this cycle. So it's really, yeah, be careful. Think about it. Is this friend involved with me right now to talk, to allow me to talk and work out the problem and just be there as a support network? Or are they there to feed into the situation, to even maybe gather more information for themselves, to gossip with others? So be careful, because this can influence your direction. And it feels like your direction in this cycle is all about the difference of recognizing deeper self in heart chakra or the ego. Which one makes the choices for you? So let's get into the tarot, shall we? Let's learn more about, I want to see what some of the situations, lessons might be for you with this heart chakra. What are some of the situations that Scorpio needs to be aware of moving into this karmic cycle that is really to develop their heart chakra, further development of their heart chakra? And I know your heart chakra is already developed, but we're all on Earth, so we're not perfect. We have a lot of stuff to work through. And welcome to the club, right? So what's going to go on for Scorpio in this cycle? What kind of stuff is going to happen for them for this heart chakra? Okay, I'm getting, as I'm shuffling, I'm getting the message that there will be challenges, but there will also be really wonderful situations. So let's see what we have coming out here. And I think we got five cards. I have a nice big table now, so I can really spread it out. I'll show you each card. You got, wow, so much reflection. There's so much light coming in. The King of Pentacles, the Wheel of Fortune, the Three of Wands, the Two of Swords, and the Page of Swords. So when I was shuffling and I started to say there's going to be heavy situations and then lighter ones, and I was compelled to say that I'm going to shuffle out for the heavy and then the light for what's coming forward. This is turning out to be a long one for you guys, but it's the heart chakra, man. You got to go into it. This is the heavier one for sure. I'm really getting that. So with the King of Pentacles and the Wheel of Fortune, feeling like this is the heavier one for me. I feel like in this karmic cycle, to expect situations that you thought were solid foundations, and the universe is going to shake that up. The universe is going to shake that up. Where you thought things that were very stable, very predictable, the universe will be changing some of these things for you. And kind of what will happen is, you know, what follows after the Wheel of Fortune is the Three of Wands and the Two of Swords. It's going to cause you to kind of look out, to look beyond yourself, to look beyond your situation, and in some circumstances say, like, how is that possible? How did this happen? How did this, what seemed so solid, kind of crumble or change its direction on me? How did that happen? It's the universe just saying, you know what, nothing is. Everything is mutable. Expect change. Now, with the Two of Swords, I mean, at first I think you're going to react and say, okay, I can handle this. I can look out. I can see what's going on. But then it's almost like it starts to sit and settle into you, these changes that affect things you thought were really stable and really consistent. And it's going to leave you with not really sure what choice. And I keep getting the choice between the mind, the ego, and the heart chakra here. This is the lesson. This is the lesson. And it brings you into a brand new energy with this Page of Swords. This is someone who starting a new journey, looking for that new information about themselves, having learned new information about themselves, and how do I apply that now? Where does that take me? Where do I go? with that. So this is kind of the challenging part of this heart chakra karmic cycle that you're in, for whoever this is resonating for. I actually think that, you know what, to be honest, I think this cycle could resonate for anybody who comes to watch this video. And that's really, if you think about it, what are the things that really shake us up the most? Things that we really thought were solid foundations, were very predictable. We knew, yeah, I've got that, that's a given. I know that that's how that works. I know that this is my stability. And then that gets changed. The universe comes in and changes it on you. It's like, holy shit. That's the most growth. That's the biggest part of the growth that you're going to have, is in those more challenging situations. It's when you come out on the other side that you can, and this is what that's about, is starting to come out on the other side is this Page of Swords. But there's hesitation. There's hesitation too with this Page of Swords. Her body is moving in this direction. She's holding her sword of truth and clarity, understanding, knowledge, but she looks away. You know, you're going there, but you're looking away. And part of that, though, I think is really great, because your body here contains your heart chakra. And what's up here but the ego? So it is, right? It is kind of like, if you look at that card, it's kind of like leading with the heart and trying to leave the mind, the ego behind in this decision, in this new exploration. So the good parts of this fourth chakra. Yeah, okay. One card flipped and you got the High Priestess. Oh my goodness. Wow. Talk about a good part. The High Priestess, Scorpio. And this is, I would say, to me, this is very much your energy and Pisces energy. Being your reading, I'm going to say it's you. It's giving you greater strength. It's giving you more knowledge about your deeper self, and it's even connecting you more strongly with the energy in the universe. Like, you know, earlier I described imagining people, remembering people from half a lifetime ago in situations and things that you would have done or how you would have been or behaved, and imagining yourself doing that today. How would that make you feel, right? Probably not good, because you've moved beyond that. So this is like a further indication of moving beyond where you are now to an even higher level, and an even higher level of expectation for yourself. And it's not so much an ego-based expectation. It's an expectation to this totally about just knowing. I just know that this is where I should go, and this is what I should do, and I know what I deserve, and I know what's deserving of me, and who's deserving of me as well. The High Priestess is a very powerful energy. Nothing really messes with the High Priestess, because she, I want to say she is just depicted as feminine energy, is balanced throughout with the heart chakra, with the ego. The ego still does have a purpose. It does keep us safe. It does keep us from doing sometimes really stupid things, but it wants you to need it, right? You need me, you need me, you need me. Let me, you know, talk through your head. Let me just get into your mind. No, leave me alone, ego. Like, that's that overthinking, where this is not. This is really clear, concise thinking. This is thinking that's connected with your deeper self. It's completely balanced. The High Priestess, all those chakras are open and flowing. It's really good energy moving throughout the body. That almost, to me, is like the reward. I'm still going to pull out a reward card for you, but the High Priestess is a beautiful reward. Almost, it's a deeper knowing. It's just a deeper knowing and understanding. All right, so let's get into the Return of Spirit Oracle deck and see specifically what is the reward for Scorpio in this karmic cycle. What is the reward for Scorpio in this karmic cycle? Jeez, your cards are coming out so fast. Oh, someone else got this. Who got it? Did I write it down on this sheet? You got right. Got right. I can't remember who had this now. Someone else had this. It might have been Virgo. I think it might have been Virgo. But let me see what your message is in this with right. You know, it's interesting. So what I'm getting, looking at these two cards, I hope I can get it to come through here with the reflection. This mouth to me is closed, you know, the lips are pressed tightly together. It's not like I really need to say something and I'm not going to say it. It's just like I'm fine with the situation. There's nothing I need to say and nothing I need to add to it. I'm good. And I get that from the High Priestess. This is the message that I'm getting with this card. It's linking me to this High Priestess energy where the lips are closed. And what's that expression? What is it? I don't know if you can get it right, but the gist of it is, you know, those that speak less learn more, right? Because you're open, you're hearing. And if you're not if you're not one, where did they go? If you're not one of these, people will know it's okay to relay information to you because you will keep it quiet. So, interesting. So the message that I'm getting is right, correct. This is like right in the sense that, yes, that's right. R-I, taking the W, the R-I-G-H-T, right. Like you're correct in that the High Priestess is the reward. It's not right. It's not like written is not the message that I'm getting. It's very different. It's, it is a higher knowing. And it is almost taking more moments in life where less is spoken and more is heard and more is understood. And it's not just in the physical sense, like between you and someone else, but it's between like your ego and yourself. So less is spoken through the ego, through the mind, and more is heard through the heart. That's a cool message. That's a pretty cool message, Scorpio. And I said, again, like I said, like I really feel like this could be a reading for anybody with yours. It's quite beautiful. It's quite beautiful. There you go. Thank you, Scorpio. I hope you enjoyed that, and all the best with your 4th chakra and opening up your heart. Until next time, do be gentle with yourselves. Bye.